Toby and Sherry, hello. Tiffany, hello.
Oh, hey.
I'm going to change the name on the reminder. I'll finish my meeting as our meeting. And I didn't realize what I had up there until such time, until just now. I can text you a link to it, and I've already got the recording rolling. Sorry, Sherry, I missed it by about 15 seconds when you did it.
Darn, we do have it though, right?
We do have it. Yeah,
Okay.
she did a great job, and now it's going to be Tiffany's turn to do a great job, and we know she will. You there?
Awesome. Well, thank you guys again for this amazing opportunity coming out on a Saturday afternoon to learn more about the Super app and this amazing community. So I'm just going to take a few minutes. First, I just really want to be able to, well, first of all, Bob, make me a host.
Oh, yeah, I guess you need that, don't I?
Right.
Oh.
I was wondering if you had thought about that already.
Share, I don't see. Is it on the iPhone, iPad?
Let's see.
You're showing it on the phone, so you'll need to make that the phone.
Yeah, the Tiffany Feldman is my phone.
Okay, I don't see you on here.
Well, I don't know. Actually, the Tiffany Steen might be my phone.
I don't see either one of them. Can you see what I see? It says whiteboard, iPad, screen, post attendee.
And the first one's Stern, right? Left, upper left.
The screen. It's a screen.
Okay.
Bob, you can just promote me to host too if you want, and I'll pass it to her.
I don't have a problem. I'm just trying to figure out how to get it.
Close that. Okay.
Okay, get back to here again.
Hmm.
Didn't do it either.
Where? Can't you?
Tiffany Feldman's probably my computer. Well, might be my computer.
Your computer?
Our computer.
I'm pretty sure I owned it way before you in my
Our
life.
computer.
Cover up the camera on your phone, and then we'll be able to tell which one is your phone.
Cover up the camera on the.
The camera's on the back
I'm
of the
sharing right now.
No.
I'm looking at it. It says stop.
See, this
Cover
is
up the computer.
That'll do it. I think I got it.
If Tiffany
you want the
Steen is
Tiffany
the
Steen?
computer.
Yours?
In case anyone.
See, this is why we're practicing.
That's right, Tiffany.
All right. Good reframe.
Didn't work. Because I've got to open all the participants. It shows me as the host. And then I tried tipping.
So you're the big head.
Make co-host. Here we go. I think I did it. Just did it.
So your head is on this as the big head.
Yeah, it makes me the big head. I got Tiffany Steen as co-host right now. So I'm going to get out of this screen.
You're going to show it on your phone, right, Tiffany?
Yeah, so it needs to be Tiffany Feldman.
Yeah, Tiffany Feldman needs to be the co-host.
All right. I'm going to take.
Tiffany Feldman's at the bottom.
Right. I just tried to take her out as co-host.
Hey, give Bob an hour and come back.
Yeah, no kidding. Are you? Why? Well, turn her to co-host.
While he's doing that, I shaved for Easter. Can anybody tell? And I haven't shaved since.
I can't see you. Hey, we can't see you.
Yeah, I really grow good facial hair, don't I?
Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm sorry, Tobes. Oh, here we go.
That's what you said a few minutes ago.
It happened. Now you should be on.
But yeah, I'm going to be heading out to go save a sub, so she's
All right.
having problems today.
Looks like I'm going to be able to share my screen now.
There we go.
Awesome.
Oh,
So same size as it was before.
Right.
Okay.
And she's really, the focus is on that. On the app.
All right. Well, thank you guys again so much for your time. As we're introducing this amazing super app and super community to you all. Actually, the first thing I want to do before I really get into the details about why we're so excited about this app is I just want to tell a little bit about like my own personal story and journey and why we got involved with this app and this community even in the first place. And so the best way that I can think about sharing my story is just a second here. All right, so in the future I would have this already out. But as I'm waiting for that to come up, so about 6 or 7 years ago, I was not really living the life that I always wanted to live. And so a good friend of mine that I hadn't seen for about 15 years came into a Panera Bread with who is now one of my best friends, Dorr. And Chris introduced me to this idea of that there's different ways that we go out there and are trained to make income in the world. And we understand like right now, it's such a challenging time. People have so many questions and there's a lot of uncertainty in the world. And that's why we're most excited about this app right now. But I was always taught to go to school and to get good grades and become that employee. And that's exactly what I did is I went and got my undergrad in psych and social work. And then I decided to go ahead after a few years of working a bank and several different minimum wage jobs just to try to figure out how to keep filling that bucket. I went ahead and decided to invest more in my education and eventually went and got my master's in business association. And what I found is that only allowed me to be able to carry a bucket, so to speak. So if you equate income with a town that needs water, my job was my bucket to try to earn money, but there was a lot of leaks in my bucket because, as I'm going to show you here in a little bit later, when we talk about making a difference, is I did not have any of the education that it took to move from being an employee or even self-employed. My mom was self-employed when I was younger. She had her own daycare, and it was me and her in the home in our basement. And so I was never really, she never really taught me how to take over the family business. And so it was just always understood that I was going to have to trade time for dollars and that I was going to either cap out on how much time I could put in to earn that income, or I knew there'd be a chance that when a pandemic would hit, my income could totally stop. And so I did not like that exchange, but we needed to get some new information. And so Chris showed me how through this app that you can have a platform of goods, products, and services that people would actually want and use, and how that would create a pipeline income where you do the work once and it's ongoing. And as you're going to see as we walk through the app today, that it's going to be based on a subscription. So could you imagine like if you would have been able to like partner up with an Amazon or a Netflix, how you could, so he showed me how just by taking little things of time, because I told Chris, I was like, you know what, I'm working 40 to 80 hours at one point a week, these minimum wage jobs, and it's not getting me the life that I wanted. And so actually taking me further away from that. And I told him I didn't have time and I didn't have the money. And so he showed me that how simple it is to create a business system from home where you're going to have the training, and where we were able to understand how we could have a successful business with low risk, low startup cost, but such a high reward. So before I actually walk you through the app that helped move me from carrying buckets to being able to understand how to create the pipeline through a home-based business of my own, really the best thing that I could do is really show you just a short minute video that's going to give you a big picture of why this community is so excited about this super app. And then I'm going to walk you through just what a day in the life of Jacob and I would look like using this super app, and what amazing value it's had in our lives, and then how it can add value into your life as well.
In this uncertain time, millions around the world are being asked to stay at home. It has undoubtedly changed the way we work, how we address our health, how we look at our finances, and how we socialize with the communities we're a part of. Thankfully, technology in the digital age we're in has proved a valuable tool to adjust to this new normal. Many are looking for apps to bridge the gap during this difficult season. But knowing which apps to choose that are unique to the environment we're facing requires constant diligence. It would be so much easier if we could get everything we needed in one simple, all-in-one, easy-to-use app, one that truly makes a difference in our lives. Now we can. Introducing Life's Super App, the only app that combines all the tools necessary to not just survive these tough times, but thrive.
There's absolutely nothing like it out there. Like, it is, the uniqueness is shocking.
The ability to get all the information in one place and not having to open all these different apps makes all the difference in the world.
This has everything, and it's easy to do. There isn't anything like it.
The stack of value inside is centered around our core belief. That is, our products should help you have fun, make money, and make a difference. How is this relevant? Our Make Money section features multiple ways to save from home, earn cash back, make deliveries right to your door, and arguably most important, you can make payments touchless and safe. While shopping at hundreds of national brand merchants where you likely already do, use the Super App during your online or in-store checkout, and you'll earn immediate cash back upwards of 10%. In 2019 alone, the Super App paid out over $540,000 to our subscribers. Also, you can earn our virtual currency called Dibs. Those Dibs can be collected, saved, and used for even more purchases down the road. But to add even more value, you'll also have access to Groupon and its full functionality and savings tucked right inside the app. You'll also get access to exclusive coupon deals through our Saver service. With over 230,000 mobile locations from both local and national brands, you are sure to find plenty of ways to save safely.
It's fun to be in kind of competition with your friends, trying to see who can save who can save the most.
When I look and I see the money that I've saved, and I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, oh my word.
I'm not a shopper, but now all of a sudden, when I have something I need to buy, I'm like, oh, where can I get it on my app? Because this is pretty awesome.
Perhaps the most important value of all, our app can make a difference in all areas of your life. Our Make a Difference section begins with your health. Research suggests that the proper omega-3 balance, as well as ample amounts of polyphenol antioxidants, help suppress viruses. So we've partnered with two health and wellness companies, Zinzino and Mighty Muscadine, each with an impressive portfolio of products rich in omega-3, antioxidants, and other sources proven to boost your immune system and better your overall health. And to make a well-rounded difference in times such as these, individuals need continued personal growth. Our best-selling product of all time, the Financial Fitness Program, and all its life-changing content is housed right inside the app as well. This unique product can radically help you navigate through difficult times. Simply put, this product has helped thousands prosper in any economy. And you'll also connect to Rascal Radio, a personal development library of over 3,000 teaching audios. These audios can be a source of positivity and initiate lasting change in the categories of personal, professional, and even financial development.
The products that are on the app make such a big difference.
It's definitely made a difference in my life.
You've got all the health product, everything that's in there, it just brings it all in one. There's nothing like it out there.
And to cast an exciting vision of what's soon to return, our Have Fun section features ways to earn deep discounts on hotel stays and coming soon, super deep discounts on dream resort locations around the world. Our subscribers receive 30 trip credits each month. This is the equivalent of getting 30 travel dollars. Your trip credit balance rolls over and can accumulate when you're not using them. So even when you're not traveling, your balance will continue to grow. Oh, and one more thing. We'll even reward our customers who refer the app. Our subscribers receive 10 more trip credits just for referring the app. With all of this value, it's no wonder thousands have subscribed and continue to each day.
Where else can you have fun, make money, and make a difference all in one app?
It's incredible.
There is literally nothing like this.
You have everything in one place.
From the information, the savings, the travel, nothing that I've seen that even comes close.
Try it for yourself. It's time for a smarter, safer you. It's time to have fun, make money, and make a difference. It's time to subscribe to Life's Super App.
That's pretty awesome, isn't it? So, as I was sharing earlier with my story, I'm gonna try to get out of the Prezi here. So working as a full-time college student and working all those jobs just to make ends meet. When Chris first sat down with me, he asked me a couple pivotal questions that I want you guys to think about as we walk through the rest of our time today. The first question he asked me, he said, Tiffany, what obstacles are keeping you from where you want to go? Ultimately, he asked me, what's keeping me from living this life that I've always wanted to live? Second, he asked me, what barriers are keeping me from being as happy or as successful as I want to be? And then he also asked me if Tiffany, if we could help you plug into a platform that gives people products, services that they're going to use and need, and you could bring in an extra $500 in your first month of business, what things would change for you? And I know one of the main things as we talk about having fun that would change for me is just the ability to have those kind of trips. Working 48 hours a week, I thought, man, I'm never going to travel either because I don't have the time or I just don't have the money to be able to do that. And we thought big. We wanted to travel outside of the state of Missouri. And we know right now a lot of people have had to cancel their trips and cancel vacations. But once this pandemic is beyond us, you know, just thinking like, where would you want to go? Whether it is in the US or whether it's in, as you can see looking here in July, there's going to be over 10,000 dream vacations or resorts that you'd be able to take your family on. And so we're excited about just the possibility of being able to take a dream vacation and be able to save on that. So as you can see, since this app came out about 6 months ago, we've already earned over $400. And you're probably asking, what is a trip credit? So a trip credit is $1 per trip credit, and it allows you over time to create a travel fund to be able to take those dream vacations. And so let me just show you a little bit about how this have fun portion would work. So we have actually partnered up with Priceline. And so you can go right in here. You could book a hotel, you could book a flight, a rent-a-car, or a vacation. Let's say I'm wanting to go ahead and take a upcoming weekend to Branson, Missouri. And let's say I want to go like Mother's Day weekend. So as you can see, it's going to list all of your prime hotels there. Let's say I want to stay at the Hilton. Branson, Mother's Day weekend. Pick on any one of those. So you see the line that's scratched out, that's the lowest price available online right now. But the second price, the one that is in bold, that is actually what we would pay to actually go ahead and take that weekend. I'm going to act as if I'm going to go ahead and book that. And so the amazing thing is you're going to see here is we can apply 32 of our trip credits to be able to bring it down to that exclusive low price. So that alone for me and my family was worth subscribing to the super app. All right, so you're probably asking, well, that's awesome, but how do I make money and how do I do it part-time from home without sacrificing time and obligations with my family? And so when we first got introduced to this super app, we were really excited because we wanted a way to be able to save an extra $100 to $200 a month on things that we were already doing anyway. And now we understand because of this pandemic, people aren't eating out as much, but we're still able to go to places like Applebee's and pick up some food to go. Still able to read through my books with like Audible, or we could pick up some Buffalo Wild Wings. We could swing through Burger King's drive-through. We could do pick up at Chili's. Haven't used this prescription card yet, but that's another huge savings that a lot of people have had a testimony on. So not only can you use that subscription card to save on your medication, but you can do it at CVS and be able to bring in an extra 2.7%. Or you can order touchless delivery through Domino's Pizza. Now, lately, we've been doing a lot of shopping from home because we realize like the brick and mortar stores have actually had to close down. And we were, what Chris helped us understand is that we wanted to be loyal to our own app first, meaning if we were going to go buy something, that we would actually go and look on our app first. And so we just got, over the last couple of weeks, we had ordered a couple of books through eBay. We got some headphones through there. And we just ordered like a keyboard and a mouse, a digital mouse, like things we were going to do anyway that normally we would have gone to Amazon for, but because we've partnered with eBay, we went and we shopped there first and we were able to get some amazing cash back. We've been able to save so much money on household items using Groupon as well. Jacob is currently building us a deck and we've been able to save money on home improvements through places like Home Depot, Lowe's. We've been able to save on clothes through places like Kohl's. Right before this pandemic, we went in and we ate dinner at Longhorn Steakhouse. We get a lot of coffees at Panera. Steak and Shake. As you can tell, there's a lot of different restaurants, but you're probably like, well, Tiff, I'm not really eating out an awful lot because money's been tight. I've been cooking at home. That's okay. As you just scroll down through here, think of some other places that you and your family may already be shopping at. We know when this pandemic is lifted, we're probably going to want to go to AMC theaters and watch a movie. We talked about travel earlier. We're going to want to book a flight through American Airlines. So for us, it was just a no-brainer because these were products and services and companies that we were going to go ahead and do business with anyway. And we didn't have to have any inventory from this company. We could partner with them like what Uber has done as far as offering or connecting people who had cars with people who needed a car, and they were the matchmaker. Or what about an Airbnb who takes people who has an extra house or extra space in their house, and then you're wanting to save on your travel. We've used them quite a bit with this company, and they were just the matchmaker. And so we're following the same idea and concept there. So you can have fun with travel and make memories for your family. You can make money by going through the merchants. You can also save money. So the video talked about coupons, and the great thing about what we do by having one app, I've used different types of apps, but the great thing about this is everything is stackable. So imagine it's a Friday night and you really don't feel like you want to do any kind of cooking. So for example, you could go to Buffalo Wild Wings. They're one of our partner stores. You could save $5 off your $25 purchase, pay for the balance using your gift card. Same thing here. You could go to Papa John's, get 25% off of your online purchase and pay with the gift card, which I'll show you guys how to do here in a minute. And the great thing is this is tailored to wherever you're at. So if I were to change my location and it popped up Domino's, we could do the same kind of thing. So let me show you how simple and easy this is really to be able to use. And the great thing about this is secure. I don't know if anybody has ever had their identity actually stolen, but a few months ago that happened to Jake and I. And so we love the security of this, and that it's a one-touch payment process while we're going through this pandemic. All right, so Papa John's. So let's say after the 25% discount and everything, it was $12. So you see how we could apply whatever we have left on an available cash back. We could also use like a digital currency as an ACH transfer from our bank and pay for that. And the awesome thing about that is we're going to get an additional 4% off. So can you see how easy this is to use, how stackable it is to use, and how over just a couple of transactions, doing things you're going to do anyway, how you're going to be able to save more than the $30 that you're going to invest today to be a customer of this app. And then the last thing we do, as the video said, is we make a difference. And so right now people are concerned obviously about how to make money from home. They're also concerned about their health. And so we've been taking the Zinzino omega-3s for quite a while, as well as the Mighty Muscadine, because we understand that these are going to protect our immune system and they're going to fight against inflammation, which are the two most important things people are concerned about as far as their personal health. But the two products that really made the biggest difference for me moving from being employed and considering to be self-employed was our financial fitness services and products. So if you click on number 47, CDs like Money View by Chris Brady, they just gave me a new way of thinking about money. And so what I love about this is instead of having to invest more time into school, I was able to invest in a self-directed education on my own time. So I could plug into audios, videos, and even a digital ebook here, and I could find out how to take care of my personal finances. Because remember, one of the things I told Chris is like, I'm working 80 hours a week. I don't have time. So he showed me how I could do this in little nuggets of time, either as I'm driving in the car, or I'm getting ready to go to work in the morning, or I'm on my lunch break, or maybe while you're making, dinner for the family, instead of, plugging into other sources of media that weren't handling where we wanted to be financially, we could learn from people who already had results because they were debt free, or they were no longer having to work. They had figured out how to get both time and money. So that was key to us, because when I started, we were $80,000+ in debt. And just by plugging into the first 7 principles that you're going to learn through the financial fitness services, when this pandemic hit, we weren't panicking. We weren't worried at all, because we had already created a safety net by applying these principles. And so if that's you and you're worried, money's been tight, or you just want to get a better grasp of your personal finances, this is already included in the app. It's like $150 value that you're going to get when you get your app. The second thing that really made a difference was just understanding how we could go ahead and, again, through a self-directed education, be able to develop ourselves in all of these different areas, whether it's finances, success, professional development. How can we earn more money by understanding different skills with people or leadership and be able to make more money? And I know there's some people on the call here like Sherry and Bob that have gotten several promotions or raises because of the information that they got from this Rascal Radio. Or maybe you're frazzled because you've got all these kids at home and you want to become a better parent, or you want to take this time and you want to strengthen your marriage. It's all there for you as well. So that's what I'm excited about. So you're going to be one out of 2 different positions. You may come in today and be like, you know what, I would just like to save a couple $100s a month on expenses into the household right now. Great. Then get with the person that invited you to this and ask them how simple it is. They can send you a link, walk you right through it on your phone here over the next few minutes, and start using it as a customer. It's a 30-30 decision, and give that person 30 days to earn your trust. Just start using the app and see where you can start saving money for your family, but also start diving into the financial fitness and the total personal development. But if you were like me and you're like, Tiffany, this looks amazing, I can see so much value in this, that this is an app that's going to help so many people, because that's what we had seen. And I'm looking for a way. I don't want to keep trading time for money. I really would like an opportunity to be able to share this app with so many people and do more than just save money and get some extra trip credits. We really would like to be able to make a bigger difference in our household economy. And what I would suggest you do is become what's called the top customer. So what a top customer is it's going to include your super app, but it's also going to include the Life Accelerator. And the Life Accelerator is ongoing leadership and financial education by Chris Brady and Orrin Woodward, who are the top 50 leadership experts in the entire industry. And it's going to be all of their webinars, all of their education in personal development and financial literacy that they've ever created and that they'll ever create for you. And that's a $90 value. But the great thing about that is this is literally free. So you're going to get 30 trip credits to save on your trip. That's going to be literally free. And then you're going to get an additional $90 in trip credits so that you can get to that dream vacation you've always wanted that much faster. And so I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't let you know that when you enroll, you want to enroll as a top customer. That way you can take advantage of those additional trip credits at the enrollment, because after that, if you do go ahead and decide to go ahead and partner up with us so that you can make money from home for your own family's goals and dreams, that's not going to be offered again. And so that's our financial literacy. And then also you're going to end up upgrading to what's called our Super App Plus. And again, that's going to give you any of the personal, professional development that has ever come out through this company. So a couple things I would recommend as we close up today is think about the life that you've always wanted. Do you have a vehicle that's going to allow you to get there? And then I would get back with the person that invited you and let them know if you either want to be a customer or if you want to go ahead and be a top customer and try out this app, because we realize the best members or business partners are happy customers who get a testimony of this app. And so that'd be the third thing I would do, is go ahead and get the app, and then the next couple of days see where you can make a purchase using the app so you've got that confirmation for yourself. But thank you guys so much for letting me share what this super app has not only done for our lives, but we're super excited about where this opportunity is going, and we feel like we are in the right opportunity at the right time, because people are worried about taking care of their family's health. They are looking for a way that they can make a difference, and they are looking for a way where they can have a home-based business with little investment, little risk, and such amazing amazing potential. We've not seen anything like what life is doing. So Bob, I will let you go ahead and finish us off.
Yeah, I wanted to just discuss a couple of the announcements that Chris Brady made this morning, including with this telemedicine thing. I think that potentially could be another revolutionary product. He says it saves up to 37%, if I understood him correctly, on appointments with the doctor and stuff like that. And I'm just wondering, if you don't have insurance, it's awesome. If you have insurance, which is better? I know in one case of mine, I have a prescription for Carla, but it's cheaper for me to use the our plan than it is to use the insurance plan. So that insurance card. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. That potentially could be a game changer, because so many people are struggling, don't have insurance, they're scared to death going through this thing. I think that might be bigger than the medical products we've got.
I agree with you, Bob. We actually, my company that I work for right now, I'm glad you mentioned it, because certainly if it's somebody like that you're talking with, you're definitely going to want to bring that up. But we've actually had to pivot with Burl in the way that we've done things. So all of our psych appointments have always been through telehealth. But now that, we're limiting how many people can come into the clinic, so they've been doing telehealth, calling the clients at home, and then myself, we're limiting how often, who we can go and actually be in contact with, because maybe they've been exposed to COVID, or they're at a higher risk or whatever. So we've actually been using telehealth to do a lot of our sessions. And so when that was announced, I was super excited about it. And I know I've used similar service myself, where I was like, man, I just don't feel good. I really don't want to go in. I don't want to have that wait. I'd rather just, see the doctor from the comfort of, my home. And I could see this working maybe for that, busy mom that has kids, maybe dad's at work, maybe not, but she doesn't want to drag her kids to the doctor's office.
Well, and I can tell you, you guys know Carla had
elderly
recovering from COVID-19, and we've been doing
right
the last 3 weeks. Got another one coming up Monday. And I tell you what, the day we walked into that doctor's office and she was sick, the look on her face, she was petrified. I could tell. And she later admitted to us, the doctor we're talking about. And I think this solves, like you're saying, it solves that problem. And so it's not just financial. I think we're going to see a change in doctor visits too, just because of the fact this thing's been so contagious. I know I have kind of taken for granted my doctors and nurses are exposed to things. And really, now we have a way to effectively do an interview like you normally do in the doctor's office and do it over telehealth. And I've told Carla, I think there's going to come a time when you put your finger on the screen, they're going to get your blood pressure, your temperature, and all that stuff.
Yeah. That's what I love about Chris and Orr. Like, they're just visionaries, like thinking, 5 steps ahead, of everything. And that's why I wanted to show the video. One, it does such a great job of summarizing, but I just think it really speaks to kind of the times that we're in and some of the concerns. I think we were all on. Were we all on the leader call? We kind of have the core group here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So something I'm going to do is encouraging more of my people to attend that on-call training on Monday, and then the women are getting together at 8:30, and then Sunday we still got time for the go-getter call, and then I'm excited about a digital major.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to pull that off.
Like, I don't want to take like that for granted. Like, I want to take full opportunity by showing more plans, getting more people on the weekly Zooms to help move some tickets to that. And maybe, as we get closer, we can start having smaller groups of people and do watch parties again, so that people still have that sense of community, but we also have some personal accountability as well. But that's going to be huge. Like, for me, I could see it like, especially with new people, like, you're not going to have to overcome, I can't afford in a hotel, reason. You're not going to have to, at this point yet, overcome, well, it's 8-10 hours away. Like, I think it's just going to minimize the amount of obstacles in the new person's mind that we're going to have to, to overcome, because it reduces the travel and the time, like, or, hey, I've been laid off, now I have to go back to work, I can't take 2 or 3 days off of work. So I'm really excited about that announcement.
How many times have we had people, even who are currently on the team, who said, well, I can't get a whole weekend off. Yeah, like, I've got to work till noon on Saturday or something like that. That eliminates that excuse. They're going to lower the price of the ticket. If you got to work till noon on Saturday, okay, you missed the morning, but you got still the rest of the day left. Or if you get off at 5 on Friday, you could still, I assume they'll start it like they've done with the seminars. You can start it at whatever time locally you want to do it. So I think it's an awesome thing. You're right. We don't need, community is very important, but in these times, I just love what Chris Brady's done, being so creative and stuff like that. And I don't know about you guys, I thought this most recent seminar was better than the first one. And they're plan, do, check, and adjust.
There you go. Well, first of all, I don't want you guys to be nice at all. I want to leave a few minutes for some feedback of just how could I clean up my presentation. I kind of already have a few ideas, and I think some of it was just technical and navigating through, going from the Prezi to the actual app. But just give me your guys' honest feedback of what you liked, ways you think I could improve, and if you were a guest who had seen this today, would it be clear enough to understand what it is we do and offer that you would be compelled to make a decision?
Well, I'll go ahead, Tiffany. I wrote down a couple of things that I wanted to share with you. I really liked how you explained the trip credits, what those do and how they work, and the way that you went in and did an example. That was great. I think that's really important to show people how those work, because it's one thing to hear, yeah, I get these trip credits, they're worth $1 each, but what are they for? When you actually go through and book a hotel room, that shows them. And we've seen that a lot from the leaders of the organization doing that kind of thing. But you did a really great job following in their footsteps of presenting that. So great job on that. Really, that was awesome. And then also the way you walked through all the merchants, you showed the ones that you guys like to use, and then you went through how you actually would make a purchase. That's perfect. I mean, that's what we see the big leaders doing on the virtual Tuesdays, and you're doing a good job following after and modeling that presentation. So the only thing I would tell you is, and I think you know this already, is being more prepared when you actually sit down with the prospect and having all that stuff pulled up. So it's a quick, easy, smooth transition from your phone into the Prezi, into the sharing your app. Other than that, I think you did a great job. And you kept it really close to the time. Like they say, 40 minutes is about what you're looking for, and you were very close to that. So that's awesome.
Okay, thank you.
For you, sister. Great job.
Yeah, part of the problem was I wasn't ready. You know, so I told me I wouldn't blame it all on her. I forgot how to connect people. And what I think she did a beautiful job, and it's tough to do, is there's so much on this app. I think about that every Tuesday. You know, there's the life training, there's the financial training, there's coupons, trips, and just everyday merchants. And that's a lot to cover in a short period of time. And I was telling Carlos, we were watching that, I said, I got to figure out how I can shorten that up so I don't bore somebody, but you got to show it off. And it shows just how amazing. There's nothing out there that compares to what we've got. Absolutely nothing. And then, again, adding this telehealth thing, and they'll come up with something else. It's just truly amazing what we've got our hands on. Nice.
Yeah, I totally agree. Sorry, Robert. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I just said nice job. That's okay.
I do like that you showed the video too, and I think with their quick transition, no matter what's happening in our world, it's always going to be applicable.
Yeah.
So I like being able to show that for sure, and then being able to wrap your story around that too. I think one thing that would make it go smoother is just, popping right down to that section of the screen where it says, have fun, make money, make a difference. Just, this app does 3 things, and then just, walk through it from that point instead of starting all the way up at the merchants and then coming down.
Okay.
And then I think that will just kind of bring it into a concise, these are the 3 areas, Wouldn't you agree? Everybody wants to have fun, make money, make a difference. Like Jeff Harmon said on the call this morning, when you're looking at success in your life and in what you're doing, are you having fun? Are you making money? Are you making a difference? And that leads to fulfillment, whatever. But yeah, you did a really great job. You covered a ton of points. And then I would just say, watch the word
Yeah, the fillers. So I've been investing the last couple weeks into a Rise Up Challenge group. They had a gentleman, Pat Quinn, on there, and he's talking about how to tell your story. And that's even one we learned in Toastmasters, is when we get nervous and we don't know what to say, or we're trying to think about what we're trying to say, instead of just taking like that time for like silence, we fill in with fillers like so. I had a friend, he'd get really nervous, he'd tell like his testimony, and he'd keep saying, well, and I'm like, no, I don't know, that's why you're telling me. So yeah, just being mindful of some of those fillers, because there you go. It looks like you're not confident, and it looks like you're not prepared. I actually ended up texting Hillary, because I agree with Bob. Like, there is so much to this app. Like, what do you share? And I guess it really depends too on like who is your audience. So I actually was taking some time with that too, as I was trying to just develop my personal story of like who would be the ideal client, customer, person that I would want to share this with. And one of the challenges they had when they were talking about creating your personal brand or story was like, well, where were you? Like, who were you when you first saw this information? And I'm hoping you guys caught some of that in my story. But yeah, just for me trying to narrow my focus of like, who do I want to present this to? Obviously everybody, but making it more, specific to where they're going to relate through our story and through how we're presenting it. So that's something I'm still working on. But for me, it's the adult going into the workforce who just was tired of that time for money trap that was laden in, personal debt. That's who I was.
Yeah, and you did a really great job saying, I worked all the minimum wage jobs, but now I do have a master's degree. And, you are a accomplished in the field that you're working in, and be able to bring that as a relatable part to saying, you know, it really doesn't matter where you came from. You know, we're all in that trap. But great job. I got to get off here right now. But
Okay.
yes, absolutely. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
Sherry. Thanks. Thanks, guys, for the feedback.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for getting up there and doing it.
You're
So,
welcome.
what do you guys think about trying to promote this a little bit heavier to the rest of our teammates over the next week? And let's have Mr. Pollock do it next week.
Okay. Fair enough.
Bob, you comfortable with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
We all got to learn, so it's time to do it.
That's right. Awesome.
There you go. So yeah, we'll just edify you, Mr. Bob, and
Beautiful way to start the afternoon.
Yeah. Well, I think absolutely we can promote it to any guests that we have, any prospects that we want to expose this to. But I think realistically, for where we're at as a team right now, we're going to get more results in the long term if we focus on promoting it to our team.
Absolutely.
We can build that team cohesion. Because once we get this team on the same page and everybody's working hard together, nothing's going to stop us. We're going to destroy this.
oh yeah, that's why you had all these people having. I would be more than happy to do 25 quality plans a month, but the people that were on the leader call, they're not doing all those plans themselves.
Exactly.
And it's not just off of people they know. That's something I need to get better off of, is getting people started right and getting names, you know, off of their list. But yeah, Toby, exactly what it is. Like they had a unified goal and mission. They had a culture that they want to create, and that's why they're winning big. Like for me personally, I'm just tired of leaving money like on the freaking table, like not qualifying for hunker down dollars or hunker down dollars plus, when I know like I'm qualified. I know this team has everything that we have, because of I liked what Ryan said, or somebody typed that the other night on Thursday, what hope was. Did you catch that, Toby or Bob?
I don't remember that one.
Hearing
You know what?
other people's
I think I do remember what
experience.
you're talking about.
It's hard sometimes.
I'm borrowing that one. But somebody had said or typed that. I don't know if it was Sarah, but hearing other people's experiences. And so that's what I love that we're doing, you know, within messengers, and even with this smaller Dorr organization, is being able to hear what other people are getting, you know, out of the products, the services, the app, the community, the education, whatever, you know. It might be, but yes, I agree. Being able to promote what's going to be in it for, you know, them. And I know there's a few people that just I've talked to too, that Saturdays are rough because they work. Like I know Sandy, she would probably plug in. She works. I don't know about Jacob and Ben if they work. So we might somewhere down the line have to PDCA, you know, if we're wanting to reach more of our community. You know, that like how we PDCA'd the go-getter call.
I'll make a point to call Ben, because he's normally here, and see if that's a conflict with him. And how about Mike? Because I know he works at that hardware store, and I don't know what time he gets off on Saturdays. So
A couple weeks ago, he was off around 11.
okay, well, that was plenty of time to join us. Maybe you just need somebody to call to encourage him. How about Jigs? Jigs doesn't work on Saturday either, does he? Because he's working for the
He does sometimes. It's kind of intermittent, but I'm pretty sure he was off this Saturday. I just didn't do a good job of promoting him. He's got to have kind of constant reminder.
Anyway.
I'll reach out to him again over the next week and make sure that he knows about it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. We'll plan on seeing you guys at 12:40 next week.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right.
Guys, have a great day.
Bye.
Online Monday night.
Will do.
Well, bye.
Bye.